Hey y'all, welcome to yoloTX, the show that gives you an in-depth look at some of the coolest and most interesting spots all around Texas. I'm your host, AC, and first up, if you're like me, you love the cities and the small towns of Texas, but sometimes you just want to get out there and experience the greatest great outdoors of America, am I right? But when we're talking about a state as big as Texas, that's a lot of great outdoors to handle. Now, back in the old days, the only way to see the most remote and beautiful corners of the state was on horseback, but today we're checking out a slightly easier way to get around. Today's yoloTX excursion takes us to Hidden Falls Adventure Park just west of Austin. At over 3,000 acres, it's the largest trail system of its kind in all of Texas. But how do you find your way around all these trails? That's right, Hidden Falls Adventure Park is an entire park exclusively designed for off-roading. Whether you're into ATVs, dirt biking, or rock crawling in the family hauler, Hidden Falls has it all. So, after a quick spin to get to know my ride, I met up with one of their guides to get the inside story on Hidden Falls. Give me the sales pitch. What makes Hidden Falls so unique?
Well, for one, our location, we're very centrally located here in the Texas Hill Country. Two, we've got a pretty good sized piece of property. We're about 3,000 acres, and we advertise about 150 some odd miles of trails. So you'd be hard pressed to find another park that has that much land and centrally located.
Yeah. Okay, so what do we got going here today? I know we're gonna maybe doing some mudding or dirt bikes or ATVs. You tell me, what's the terrain like here?
So our terrain's like actually really rocky. We may see some mud today just because we had a little bit of rain, but typically we're pretty hard pressed for mud. We'll definitely find some dust, and we'll find a lot of rocks.
All right, I'm ready for it. And then you talked about the falls, and you talked about the views. We are out in the hill country, so I can only imagine what the views are like here.
Oh, they're fantastic. We've got one of the highest points in the county, and we've got several different falls that all should be flowing today, and we should be able to check them out.
Okay, perfect. Let's get going. What do you say?
Let's do it.
If you haven't been off-roading before, you'll just have to take it from me. It's tough to top when it comes to the fun factor. And one of the great parts of Hidden Falls is that they have different levels of difficulties for riders of all experience levels. So after a spin around the park, plus a trip to the falls that gave the park their name, we took to the Jeep to tackle the vast terrain. Alrighty, we got off the trail and we're taking a little breather because we actually are going to take a look at some of these cabins here. Tell us a little bit more about the accommodations here on the grounds.
Yeah, so we like people to come out and spend the weekend with us. So we offer camping. We've got RV sites with full hookups. We've also got some bunkhouse cabins. They sleep 8. Bring your tent, bring your RV, whatever. Set up and enjoy.
Yeah, and then you can also build campfires out here and have yourself a grand old time. All right, and there's plenty of shade, so nice little break that we had right now. What do you say we go back to those trails?
Let's do it.
Yeah. All in all, not a bad way to spend a day in the Texas sunshine, but Hidden Falls Adventure Park just happens to be right next door to another yoloTX destination. So before we called it a day, we ducked into the Copperhead Creek Shooting Club for a different kind of outdoor recreation. Obviously, I'm a Texas girl, and when I found out there was a place for some target practice right next door, I had to check it out. You only live once, right? Alrighty, I'm here with Craig, the operations manager of Copperhead Creek Shooting Club. And Craig, I have to say, this is a beautiful display that you have here. So what kind of collection do you have here?
Thank you. We have several firearms for rent here. These particular firearms, we have a combination of AR-15, and we have shotguns, pistols, and revolvers.
Awesome, awesome. And I don't know how much of this comes as a surprise, but I've never actually shot a firearm before. So I guess what do you suggest for me to use on my first time around, or for anyone in general at that matter?
We're glad to have you here. We have a lot of novice shooters that join us. I'd suggest today perhaps one of our AR-15s. Very nice firearm. It's very popular, very little recoil, and I think you'll have a lot of fun with that. In addition, we have pistol and we have a shotgun lined up for you that I think you'll enjoy.
Awesome, awesome. I can't wait to get going. What do you say we head to the range and meet David?
Let's go.
Now we've made our way over to David, and you're gonna give me pretty much an instructional on how to shoot a gun, because let's be real, I'm not an expert at it by no means.
Thanks, Aaron. I'm definitely going to be able to keep everybody safe here on the range today.
Perfect.
Give you a little instruction, and we're going to shoot some real fun guns here. We have an M16 here for her to shoot.
Okay.
And we'll shoot a little bit in semi-automatic mode, and then we'll flip the switch back and let her go full auto.
Go ahead and charge the firearm.
3, 2, 1.
Excellent job. Center mass.
Hey, look at that.
There you go. And let the brass fly.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Holy! Oh my God! I had to take a breath. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Holy moly! After a long day of fun off-road and on the range, I figured it was time to get back on the tarmac. I don't know if I qualify as a rally driver or sharpshooter anytime soon, but I can definitely say Hidden Falls Adventure Park and Copperhead Creek Shooting Club both qualify for yoloTX status. If you want to learn more about scheduling a yoloTX adventure for yourself, go to hiddenfallsadventurepark.com and copperheadcreekclub.com to book your visit today. Want to see what yoloTX is up to? Then follow us on social media to check out even more yoloTX approved adventures or to recommend one of your own.